Gracie Abrams, the introspective 26-year-old phenom whose whispery vocals and razor-sharp lyrics have carved out a niche in the indie pop landscape, has always worn her heart on her sleeve, or more accurately, in her chord progressions. In a raw, revealing new interview, the artist peels back the layers on one of her most gut-punching creations. That's so true, admitting that songwriting isn't just her profession. It's her lifeline, a confessional booth where she wrestles with emotions too tangled for everyday conversation. This vulnerability, she confesses, leaves her feeling exposed, like a nerve ending laid bare under the harsh lights of public scrutiny. Yet, it's precisely this unfiltered honesty that has endeared her to a generation craving authenticity in an era of polished personas. The conversation, captured in the intimate format of American Express's Story of My Song video series, finds Abrams dissecting the origins of the track from her sophomore album The Secret of Us. Released amid a whirlwind of critical acclaim and streaming triumphs, the album marked a pivotal shift for Abrams, a departure from the bedroom folk of her debut toward bolder, more experimental sounds laced with electronic flourishes and thematic ambition. That's So True stands as a cornerstone of this evolution, a slow-burn ballad that simmers with regret and revelation, its sparse piano underscoring lyrics that cut like glass shards from a shattered romance. When pressed on the spark that ignited this particular fire, Abrams doesn't shy away. Instead, she leans in, her laughter a fragile shield against the weight of memory. "I feel scared to talk about the bridge. We'll get there," she quips, her chuckle a mix of nerves and nostalgia, buying time before plunging into the song's emotional core. The bridge, that pivotal section where tension peaks and truths erupt, is the song's rawest vein, a confessional torrent that Abrams describes as emerging from a past wound. It's here that the track transcends mere melody, becoming a cathartic exorcism of betrayal and self-reckoning. Without naming names or dates, she alludes to a relationship that left indelible scars, one that supplied the raw material for these words. This dance of disclosure is classic Abrams. Generous with the feeling, guarded with the facts, ensuring her art honors the messiness of human connection without violating its sanctity. What makes her approach so compelling is the deliberate restraint she employs. "I would never say the names of the people that the song's about, for example," she explains, her tone measured yet resolute, "but I think, I don't have any problem standing here being like, yes, I wrote this about a relationship that I was involved in." This admission is a quiet revolution in an industry often accused of commodifying privacy. For Abrams, songwriting is a private reckoning made public, a way to process the unprocessable. It's therapeutic alchemy, turning leaden pain into golden tracks that resonate far beyond her own story. Listeners latch onto lines like the bridge's haunting refrain, projecting their own heartaches onto her canvas, creating a communal tapestry of shared sorrow. Yet this openness comes with caveats. Abrams reveals a code of conduct she adheres to when weaving real life into rhyme, a subtle etiquette that notifies those involved without ambushing them. "There's just a way to make someone aware when you've done it if it's gonna see the light of day, for example," she shares, emphasizing respect as the bedrock of her process. Enough consideration to be respectful of XYZ person in their personal life and experiences. It's a mature stance, one that acknowledges the collateral damage of confessional art. In an age where X's feud via subtweets and shade-throwing anthems dominate charts, Abrams' philosophy feels refreshingly ethical, a reminder that healing doesn't require humiliation. She even extends grace to the muse in question, assuring that the person who moved her to write the song is fine, adding, "They're all good." This coda of closure humanizes the narrative, transforming potential villainy into mutual growth. To understand the depth of "That's So True," one must contextualize it within Abrams' broader oeuvre. Emerging from the shadow of her father, director J.J. Abrams, she has forged a path defined by quiet intensity rather than nepotistic flash. Her debut Good Riddance was a lo-fi gem, capturing the awkward throes of young adulthood with tracks like "I Miss You, I'm Sorry" that felt like diary entries set to music. The Secret of Us, however, signals a leap, co-produced with Aaron Dessner of The National. It brims with sonic ambition, blending indie introspection with pop accessibility. Songs explore the labyrinth of modern love, the thrill of infatuation, the sting of ghosting, the slow dawn of self-love. That's So True fits seamlessly, its bridge a microcosm of the album's thesis. That truth, however brutal, is the antidote to lingering lies. Abrams' reluctance to dissect the bridge publicly speaks volumes about her artistic ethos. Bridges in song structure are liminal spaces, bridges between verse and chorus where vulnerability peaks. For her, it's a sanctum sanctorum, a place where the song's emotional architecture teeters on collapse before rebuilding stronger. Laughing off the trepidation, she invites viewers into this sanctum gradually, mirroring the song's own build. It's a meta-commentary on creation, the fear of exposure mirroring the lyrical fear of abandonment. Fans, attuned to these nuances, have poured over the track since release, decoding metaphors and anthems and fan theories that rival Swiftie sleuthing. One viral TikTok essay posits the bridge as a direct address to a fleeting summer fling, while another ties it to Abrams' documented struggles with anxiety, framing the song as a manifesto for emotional sovereignty. This interview isn't just a peek behind the curtain, it's a window into Abrams' evolution as a creator. At 26, she's navigating the tightrope of fame with grace, balancing the demands of a Grammy-nominated career with the pull of personal privacy. Her vulnerability here echoes that of predecessors like Phoebe Bridgers or Julian Baker, artists who mine trauma for transcendence without losing themselves in the process. The Risk, another album cut, complements That's So True with its defiant pulse, but it's the former's tenderness that lingers. By admitting her scars, Abrams doesn't diminish her ex's humanity, she elevates the universal ache of love's aftermath. Looking ahead, Abrams hints at more such reckonings. With tour dates selling out and festival slots beckoning, she's poised for stadium status, yet her compass remains fixed on intimacy. Collaborations with contemporaries like Noah Kahan have broadened her palette, infusing folk-tinged warmth into her sound. But it's the solo vulnerability that defines her, the way she alchemizes past wounds into anthems that heal both writer and listener. As she wraps the interview, her assurance that all parties are good lands like a benediction, a soft landing for a song born of turbulence. In Gracie Abrams' world, songwriting isn't vengeance, it's validation, a whisper that says, "You survived and so did they." And in that she finds her truth, raw and resonant.